plan. In Tulsa King Season 3 Episode 1, Dwight made a deal with Special Agent Musso to serve as an FBI informant in return for his release. In order to escape federal prison and resume managing his businesses, Dwight had to accept the offer because he had few other options. Upon arriving home, he received an invitation to meet with Quiet Ray, who offered him a portion of Dwight's riches in exchange for his own piece of New York, something the Invernizes had not granted him despite the fact that he had given so much for them. In order to properly reconcile with Mitch, Bodie, Tyson, Margaret, Goody, Grace, Joanne, and Bigfoot, Dwight turned down that offer and returned home. At that point, Mitch had a business idea. He intended to sell a distillery owned by Theo, the father of Mitch's ex-girlfriend Cleo. Even though Dwight's offer was far superior than whatever Jeremiah was providing, it seems that Theo had already made a deal with Jeremiah and didn't want to break it. Nevertheless, Dwight convinced Theo that his distillery was valuable and that he should be paid well for it, and then securing his family's future with that money. Jeremiah killed Theo and set fire to his entire house shortly after Theo and Dwight shook hands. In another scene, Bodie got into a fight with one of Bill's men because he didn't like that Dwight was doing business with Bill, who had called the hit on Jimmy, and the henchman was the one who had killed Jimmy. In what ways did Tulsa King's second episode tackle these plot points? Let's investigate. Trouble at Theo's funeral. To assess the damage caused by Jeremiah and his men, Dwight, Tyson, Mitch, and Bigfoot travel to the Montague estate, or what's left of it. Dwight admits that he was a little taken aback by Jeremiah's quick response. However, that at least helps him understand how vicious he must be to deal with Jeremiah. After that, Dwight goes to Theo's funeral with his group. When Goody gets there, he tells him that Armand's therapy, which is required by AA, isn't going well and that he seems to be talking about inappropriate topics. Goody fears that if Armand manages to tell someone in New York, likely Ray, that Dwight is involved in the liquor business in Tulsa in addition to the marijuana and casino businesses, the gangsters there will become even more determined than they already are to get a piece of Dwight's action. For the time being, Dwight tells Goody to just keep an eye on Armand, which he does by instructing Armand's AA group to contact him whenever they see him. Whenever things get too out of hand, he will deal with him. Goody worries that the criminals in Tulsa will become even more determined to grab a piece of Dwight's action if Armand is able to inform someone in New York, likely Ray, that Dwight is involved in the liquor business in addition to the marijuana and casino enterprises. Dwight instructs Goody to simply watch Armand for the time being.